Today's video is all about getting rid of weeds, and I'm talking specifically about the weeds that grow in the cracks of your sidewalks. These weeds we all have tried to pull out time after time after time, and every single time they grow back. So today I'm using store-bought vinegar, just regular 5% acidity, and we're going to be using this, testing it out to see if it can go ahead and kill these weeds that we are all so very frustrated pulling out all the time. Now, as you probably saw in the thumbnail, that photo of the weed that's very alive versus the one that's very dead, that was the one that I initially started to test on. I went ahead and I purchased a bottle of vinegar from the store, a small bottle of it, and I went ahead and poured some over that weed, and I also sprayed some kind of at the top. I didn't really have a spray bottle at that time, and it worked so well. It took about 9 days for the weed to go from fully alive to fully dead, so I could finally go ahead and pull it out. And when I did pull it out, it came out right with the weed. So I went ahead and tried this experiment on all the other weeds that I have growing in the cracks of the concrete. So yeah, let's just get into it. Now, just one more thing, you'll definitely want to do this on a pretty warm day. You don't want to do this when you're going to spray the weeds with vinegar and the rain is just going to come down and wash them away. Do not do that. You definitely want to do this on a pretty warm day. And if you're in a climate like where I am, I'm in a zone 9 here in Northern California, we're pretty much not going to get any rain at all anymore. So I'm putting on my glove and we'll just walk around and pull out the weeds and see how easy they come out. And again, I spray these, I think it was either Saturday or Sunday evening, and it is currently Thursday, so we're looking at about like 4 or 5 days later. Nice. Oh wow, these came out really nicely with all the roots. I believe like that fine, white, wispy looking thing, I believe that is the root. Wow, these come right out. So that's super simple. That one came out without the root. These came out with the root partially. Came out right with the root. I will say it is a little bit harder to pull these out today than it was with that very first one that I pulled out, which was right over here. So I'm actually gonna give the rest of them a few more days to kind of die back, and I think they'll be much easier to pull out at that time. So we'll actually come back in a few days and work on pulling out the other weeds. And in case you're new here, my name is Jenny. I usually make videos about gardening, but I figured weeds and gardening kind of go hand in hand. We really can't get away from them, unfortunately, but the vinegar can help us. So if you want to see more videos like this, make sure to give this video a like and subscribe to my channel. So what I'm doing right now is I'm kind of pinching at the very bottom to make sure that when I pull, the root comes out so that the plant doesn't come back. So that one came out pretty easy. So far I would say it's definitely a lot easier pulling these out than it was just a few days ago. All right, so now we're at this one Let's see how this one comes out. This one was one of the bigger ones. I'm gonna try to find where the root is. So that came out nicely with some of the root and easily. Another thing that's not ideal is that I am filming and trying to get these out at the same time. That's probably not ideal. Oh yeah, that one came out real nice. All right, so I've set up my tripod, so hopefully that gives me... That one still didn't come out so easily. Oh, nice. That root came out nicely. There's a ton of roots right here. So I wouldn't say that those are coming out super easily. So what I would have done differently probably is I would have just poured some more vinegar in here, because with the first original weed I poured vinegar like into the roots, into the cracks. So I'll keep you updated on whether these will come back or not. We don't want the weeds to come back. That was the main thing. So I'll keep you guys updated on this one. All right, so there you have it. It looks a lot better, I think, than it used to, but the clover was a bit harder to pull out, and I do have a feeling that it's gonna come back, because if you, it might be kind of hard to see on camera, but if you can see in the cracks, there are like little leaves still that are green. So I am kind of expecting this to come back, and I will most definitely keep you updated on whether this comes back. All right, so it has been about 9 days since I've come through here and pulled out this weed, and just looking a little bit closer, it looks like most of them are gone, but I did notice that there is this, I'm not sure if you can see, but right there, there's like a teeny tiny amount of green. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna go ahead and spray that with a little bit more vinegar this morning, and hopefully these weeds are gone for good.